Hi, I'm Shelley Wood. You might know me from shelleywood.com. This is my tiny sewing room where I make doll clothes sewing videos. Today I'm going to show you how to make this strappy little tank top, which fits vintage Crissy dolls. But before we begin, please go to shelleywood.com to download this free printable sewing pattern. Use the pattern to cut out all the pieces shown. Lay one back on top of another, keeping the right sides together, and that means that the bright colored side of the fabric touches the other bright colored side of the fabric. Sew around the neck, down the back closure area, and across the bottom. Here you see me doing that so you get a feel for how that should go. Do this for both shirt backs, and then clip the seams and the corners. Again, I have a little video to show you what I mean by that. Sew the arm area of each back. Here I am sewing the arm area. Clip this part of the garment too. Follow these steps for both backs. Please set the backs aside for a moment while we work with the bodice front. Lay one bodice front on top of another, again keeping the right sides together. Sew along the neck and arm areas. Note the square shape of the neckline. Arm areas are more J-shaped. Here I am sewing on my machine. Clip the seams of the neck and arm areas, just like we did with the back. Invert the bodice front and both backs. I like to use a chopstick to get at those strappy areas. It kind of helps turn and twist it as you invert. It can also help you with tighter corners. Now press all your seams, even on the backs. Your bodice front should now look like this, with an unsewn opening at the bottom. Lay one of the backs on top of the bodice front. Sew along the shoulder strap seam. Here's a close-up so you get a feel for what I mean, and you can see me doing that there. Again, looks like this. Now sew along the side seam, but stop sewing before you reach the garment's edge. So you can see I'm about a centimeter and a half from the actual edge of the garment. And you can see I stop short on that clip. Lay the other back on top of the front, just like you see me doing here. Sew across this strap and again the side seam, stopping once again before you reach the edge. Fold the front's raw edge of fabric inside itself, making sure that the back and the front are now going to be the same length. So you can see me doing this here. I open up that raw edge of fabric. I push it inside itself. It kind of makes a sort of a mouth shape, like a puppet mouth. And you kind of pinch it with the back to see, are they the same size, and then make adjustments. Whip stitch along the bottom of the front, sealing off this raw fabric edge. If you need a little help with the whip stitch, look in the description below this video on YouTube for a tutorial on that. Now your garment looks like this, but we still need to finish sewing the side seams. You can see where I'm pointing. I still need to close that off. So here I am on my sewing machine sewing those side seams closed. Now we're ready to invert the garment. I used some soft sew-on Velcro for my back closure, measuring and cutting just enough to sew at the back. And you can see me sewing that on. You want to make sure you get that soft Velcro because it sews very easily. And you could see there that I checked to make sure they matched up. Of course, you could use snaps. Okay. Let's try this little top on our doll. She looks adorable. And I think this fabric is especially great for the retro look. For more free printable sewing patterns, including the pattern for the skirt, along with many other free doll clothes patterns, or if you'd like to see what other dolls can fit into this pattern, remember to go to shelleywood.com. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos and my free patterns, please share them on your favorite social media platform. It really helps my website grow if you help to spread that word. Goodbye.